And so what I want to do is deliver to you 3 philosophical arguments. These are arguments that may not prove there is a God, but they are arguments that should get you to think that maybe, if that's true, maybe there is a God. The first argument is the cosmological argument. It is the idea of cause and effect. We live in a cause and effect universe. I could stand up here and take a book and drop it to the floor, and if you heard it hit the floor, you would know there was an effect. But you would also know there was a cause. Now let me give you an example. Most of you know what the game of pool is. You've seen people play pool. Maybe you have played pool yourself. There is a game in pool called 8-ball. So pretend that you walk into a room, and as you walk into a room, all you see is the corner of a pool table. And you see a ball, it's a black ball with a number 8. You see it roll about a foot and fall into the corner pocket. That's all you see. But because we live in a cause and effect universe, here's what you know to be true. You know, because you saw an 8-ball fall into the corner pocket, that the 8-ball was put into motion by something. And if you know the laws of pool, you probably understand that the 8-ball was sitting there not moving until it was hit by a white ball that is called the cue ball. You did not see it, but you know that happened because you saw the 8-ball moving and fall into the corner pocket. And so you know that the 8-ball was hit by the cue ball. But you know something else. You know that the cue ball was put into motion by something. And according to the laws of pool, the cue ball was set into motion by a cue, what is called a cue. And so it is basically a stick that people use to hit the cue ball. So here's what you know. You know an 8-ball fell into the pocket, but you also know the 8-ball was hit by a cue ball, and you know that the cue ball was hit by a stick. But that's not all you know. Even though you did not see it, you know that there was a person who held the cue stick, and that person lined the shot up and looked at it and basically made the stroke with the cue stick to hit the cue ball, to hit the 8-ball, to put it in the corner pocket. And here's the final thing that you have to know. That body, that person that shot the cue stick, that made the shot, he had a mind that planned all of this up. He had a mind that said, I am going to take this, I'm going to line the shot up, I'm going to use my mental and my physical to hit the cue ball, and then it will hit the 8-ball and it will knock it in the corner pocket. The only thing you saw was the ball falling into the corner pocket. That is what is called cosmological argument for God. Cause and effect. In other words, when you look at this incredible universe, and you look at the effect that it has, and you look at everything that's going on in this universe, you kind of want to think there's something that caused all of this. And if you use your logical, analytical, lucid mind and think about it, and back up far enough, there has to be somewhere a mind that caused this universe. And if you are a theist, as I am, you call that mind God. It may not prove there is a God to you, but it should get you to think, do I have to have more faith to believe there is a mind behind all this? Or do I have to have more faith just to think that it just happened? I would submit to you that you have to have more faith to be an atheist than you do to be a theist.